Hello and welcome to Champéry in Switzerland for the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2014. This is a wonderful setting for these championships. The mountains, the picture postcard countryside, and Champéry's main street, beautifully kept wooden chalets. Tourists have been coming here since the 1850s. Many people, though, are headed into the Palladium Ice Sports Centre because that's where it's all happening today. And what a game we have in prospect for you. It's the women's gold medal game. It's the final. It's Russia against the host nation, Switzerland. And not surprisingly, plenty of Swiss in to support their team. We've already seen the men's team claim the bronze medal. Can their women's team claim the gold? Last Swiss win in the Europeans was in 2008.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 2014 Gruyère European Curling Championships in Champéry. It's my pleasure to introduce you the teams for the women's gold medal game.
And there are the two teams lining up.
Russia. On the lead position, Ekaterina Galkina. Second, Alexandra Saitova. Third and vice skip, Margarita Fomina. And in the skip position, Anna Sidorova. Representing Switzerland, lead position, Christine EUR. Second, Franziska Kaufmann. Third and vice skip, Irene Shori. And the skip, Bina Fletcher. Teams will wait through your slides and take practice slides.
And there you have the two teams being introduced to the crowd, and both looking fairly relaxed at this stage.
Good luck and good curling.
I'm Alison Walker, and with me Kenny Edwards. Live commentary on the whole game, Russia against Switzerland, coming right up.
And please, no flash photographing during the games. Enjoy the game.
And you'll be hearing, I'm sure, lots of those cowbells throughout the next few hours. There's the playoff format and how Switzerland and Russia got to this stage in the final. Switzerland beating them in the 1-2 with the last stone. Scotland have claimed the bronze medal with their win over Denmark. But this is the big one. This is the gold medal game. There's the stone colours. Russia will be red, Switzerland yellow. And Kenny, a quick assessment of how you think this one will go.
Well, I think Russia have been far and away the best team this week. Shock defeat in the page 1-2 game though. Not really done much wrong at all. I expect both teams to be quite aggressive. They quite let a lot of stones lying around.
And in terms of the occasion, Switzerland were in the world final last year, or this year, earlier this year, and Russia have been and won a European final, so the big occasion shouldn't faze them.
No, I don't think so. These guys have been around the international scene for a couple of seasons now. Taking over the reign from Miriam Ott, who we're so used to seeing at Europeans and Worlds.
Yep, and she was the last winner for Switzerland in 2008, last gold medal. I just wonder if Switzerland will embrace the fact that they're at home and use it to their advantage, because we felt Sven Mikkel was a little tense with all that last night for Switzerland.
So hit and roll to the wing.
Christine Urik, the 30-year-old lead for Switzerland. Played the lead when Switzerland won gold in St. John in Canada. This is Alexandra Saitova, youngest member of the team from Moscow, and newest member of the team, just been in it a year or so.
Умри. Нормально. Хорошо.
Franziska Kaufmann plays at second. Lavinia Felcher's team. She was in Grindelwald in Switzerland.
Yeah, nice steady start. Both teams not making many mistakes.
Yep, this is a European final. They just want to relax through this first end. Just suss out the ice. And the feel of everything.
Achterhoofd. Zie je? Oh, zie je? Zie je? Zie je? Zie je? Bitte Uze. Oh, sehr schön. Ja, mindestens das. Ja.
There's the rules of play for you. 8 ends minimum. There's that 30-minute thinking time and 1 60-second timeout.
So again, a nice hit and roll to the tee line. Switzerland with last stone advantage. They'll look to maybe blank this end.
Irene Skori, the third for Switzerland, 30 years old. Lives in Zurich. And 3 years on this team, again part of that World Championship winning team, beating Canada earlier this year. Margarita Fomina, who's had a fantastic week, Kenny, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has. She's been the standout player this week. Not missed much at all. Team's been under a little bit of pressure at times, and she's come up with the goods and produced a fantastic shot.
7 years on this team, started curling in 2000. Lots of experience.
Weiter. Vier. 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 Fünf. Gut.
So it does hit and roll. It does give Russia a chance to play a draw, find their draw way.
Speaking to Anna Sidorova yesterday, she's very keen to win this to prove that her victory in 2012 wasn't just a one-off. I think we all know they're a very, very good team.
Yeah, a little bit surprised at how relaxed the Russians look in this final.
Yeah, maybe being in that final a couple of years ago was just taking the edge off things for her in terms of enjoying it, I suppose.
Начало бежать. Быстрее.
Yeah, just making sure they weren't short and left a guard.
So. Klasse. Gut, ja.
Penny Felcher. Also from swims in Switzerland. I'm sure her every move will be cheered and belled at inside this arena.
Yeah, there's quite a lot of support in this morning.
World champions. Can they be European champions, or will it be Russia again after their win in 2012? All will be played out in the course of the next 2 to 3 hours. So stay with us and enjoy the action.
War das gut gewesen, achterhalb oder wie?
Noch ein bisschen kürzer.
Kürzer. Ja.
So last stone of this first end from Binya.
Yeah, just looking to hit and run with this one.
And away they both go, and Switzerland happy to blank that end. And both teams looking, yeah, very relaxed, Kenny, actually. You're right.
I think with the Swiss being in a world final, that will stand them in good stead. But Russia, they've been in a European final before as well, so I think that's why we're seeing both teams fairly relaxed.
Two teams know each other very well, and of course they played in that 1 versus 2, which Switzerland won in the most dramatic of circumstances. And that meant Russia had to go the harder route to the final again.
Sam. пошире идет, подсядет. Рита, Сви! Сви! Саша! Сви! Да-да-да-да, подсаживается. Еще. Да, девочки, кажется, сантиметр. Сви, ближе надо. Еще. Не бросайте. Еще. 6 полностью, еще. Молодцы.
So Russia just throwing this one into the house. Thought they might throw a guard just up tight to the rings. Switzerland, I think, will just continue to peel this out.
Swiss with the hammer. Last stone advantage.
Tier! Oh! Tier! Gut, sehr schön. Dann nimm ihn.
Second stone for Galkina. Going to knock out this yellow. And that's what they're all after, these two teams. European Championship trophy, a bit of cheese as well, just a small bit.
Yeah, so at some point the Russians are going to have to make a play and throw a guard. Can't continue just playing the takeouts.
Not yet though, as their skip indicates.
Just plays the takeout, hangs around. That stone working its way out of the rings.
It is, each shot gets further and further away from the middle. Siska Kaufmann.
Sehr schön.
Yeah, just rolling into the edge of the 12. Now Russia have got to roll with this.
Помягче. Внимание. Держать.
Nicely played though.
Schön.
So same again for Saitova.
0-5.
So now that red is short of the house. Switzerland can use it as a guard.
Ha? Was mijn Champéry, wie veel?
Russia wanted to just clip that outside edge,
Okay.
ideally.
We hebben het mittig ook. Gut so. Ja, ich glaube schon.
Here's the timings for you. Hop to hop.
Richtig ist gut. Seid ihr sicher? Wechseln. Drücken. 12-8. Warten, es geht. Abziehen. Schön hinten dran. Hinten dran.
We're just over 14. Hoping this is going to come round. See by the reaction of the Swiss crowd, they like it.
Yeah, nice draw. Russia are going to be forced to play the run back. Oh, Margareta Femina once again.
Yep, makes that look easy.
Has done this all week.
Perfect.
Okay, merci.
This one hits and runs out, so a chance now for Russia to utilise the guard.
There's Roger Schmidt, the Russian coach. Oh, he doesn't want us to see him. Obviously filming what's going on, taking pictures so they can do the video analysis. Elmer, Swiss coach, he's had a good year with them. So we're on to the skip stones in this second end. See it coming around now.
I think I would have liked that one in the forefoot, but really nice, fully buried. Switzerland won't see any of this.
Not enough to make a play on it anyway.
Ja. Proberen we het te open. Goed, ja.
Trying for the double takeout. And just sticks it on the nose.
And that meant the other red wasn't going too far.
Агар чуть сместился, ничего?
Вот именно, что он внутрь сместился, а ты еще меньше стала.
Короче, было 0,7 и 0, да? У меня 98 был, да, но был как будто не очень довольный, да?
Да.
Просто он сползал так. Давай, да, ну, либо такой же, либо 0,5, ну, да, подкрученный. Натрем.
So Russia with a chance to sit 2. So one great shot from Margarita Fumania early in the end has just turned this around. And again, Anna Sidrova tucks that one right in behind. A little bit of pressure on this one.
Ja.
Drawing against 2.
Aber eben wenn, dann ziehe ich immer eher wenig.
Ja, ja. Du musst 4 Fuß sein, hä?
Ja.
So, the last stone of this second end.
Wieder
The
kurz!
FL Justine being put under a little bit of pressure. Nice good Russian play. Let's see what she comes up with here.
Tier, Carla zu
The
fest!
line looks pretty good, so does the weight.
And no problem there for the Swiss skip. Rode on by that huge Swiss support. And secure their first point of this final. After 2, Russia 0, Switzerland 1. On to the third end of this European Championship final. Le Gruyère. The gold medal game, Russia against Switzerland.
Nein, wir nicht.
Yeah, so Switzerland now, they don't have last stone advantage. Russia will try and make 2 in this end. And they've made a nice draw in behind the centre guard.
Von 8. Gut. Englisch gut. Warte. Von 8. Sag zuerst Carla. Sag alles. Gut, genug.
Warte. T-Line hat er.
Das ist viel mehr.
Ja, hinten 8 sogar.
Warte, es geht, warte. Hinten 12. Ja.
So this one just a little bit high.
Okay, merci.
Slips back of the 8 foot.
Чуть добавил, аккуратно. Вот, вот, это Саша. Не-не-не, надо подождать. Внимание! Рита, свет!
Katarina Galkina attempting to draw around this yellow guard. This is moving really aggressively. Does get past though. Great shot by the lead.
Да, Саша, auch schon gut.
Я добавила не так вообще, да.
Achterhand. Tia. Oh. Tia. Fish.
And that's a great raised double.
Yep, the bonus would have been getting that other red one out, but a very, very good shot from Franziska Kaufmann.
Saitova trying to move two yellows. I think she's done enough. She has.
Yep, so seeing some nice play from both teams at the moment.
Winkel op de ha? Net weg naar.
Not afraid to take the shots on.
Nou gaat ze begint de kaart. Hebben we nog tegen weg naar? Nee. Dat is goed. Ja, ja.
Yeah, a little surprised they're playing the hit in this one, Alison. I think the call would be just to come around that guard.
Lin, ja. Tia! Fest! Fest, Tia! Tia! Fest! Tia, 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 Tia! Goed zo.
Hits and runs.
Yeah, what did that achieve?
Absolutely nothing. Even if they hit that, they were back of the tee. Russia were always going to come around this corner guard, so get around the corner guard first.
Ну, не торопись, время нормально. Насколько? 9. Плюс 5. 9. Подождите, пожалуйста, даже не могу. Нормально, не спеши.
Glasses back on, cleaned. Ready for action.
Хороший вес. Ты не добавляй, надо будет вес. Доти. Доти.
Очень. Очень. Да, до конца теперь. Свифт здесь, тебе очень надо вес.
Вес офигеть.
Свифт не бросай, свифт до конца.
Силай.
Очень надо садиться. Давай, хотя бы половину сядет,
Not sure they've done enough to tuck that one in though.
Quite as good as their previous ones.
Ну, это шел, а потом прям совсем как
Yep,
умер.
that's looking vulnerable. Any scoring after this one?
Gets very tight to that guard.
Yep, nicely played. The Swiss third.
And again, I'm not surprised that they're playing the takeout on the back yellow. You just play the draw round and freeze the back yellow or draw in behind. I think that would be the call.
Yeah, they don't seem to be too keen on doing these draw rounds, do they? And the draws around that they have done have worked in the main.
Proberen we zo. Zo, oké. Erg niet naar goed, ja. Hadden? Ja. Lang is kort vooruit. Ja.
So slight chance for Switzerland to maybe force one in this third end.
Ja, ja. Rest. Heb je nog lief? Tia. Tia. Oh. Goed. Goed zo. Een beetje mee, zeg maar verder, ik moet hem boeken.
Switzerland sitting two.
Нет, внимание! Сетелей 4. Нет! До конца! Держать! Давай!
And hits and stays in behind. Might show half stone on the outside though.
Yep, they could have just done with that a fraction more. Back the weight.
See this one moving off the centre line. So I think the call will just be battering weight maybe, T-weight, just to come around on the in-turn and freeze the back red.
T-line, oder? T-line, ja. Blitz 8, oder was? Ich glaube, ich bin auch nicht. Blitz 6, ja. Wenn es richtig nicht hätte, ist man eben im 12 vor sich. Ja, ist gut. Weil wenn er einfach auf der T-line liegt und so nichts ist. Lassen wir ihn zuerst ein bisschen gehen.
It's an important stone from Switzerland with this one. Need to be right back on the face of the red. First time I've been out as wide as this. Well, it does get in for shot, but there might be a tap going to sit two. Needed to be right back on the red. And Sidrova thinking can play the double on the yellows.
Yep, that's what she was looking at. Gives you an idea of just how far these stones have to travel and just how accurate these players are with their shots.
This one pretty close from Anna Sidrova. And just catches it a little thick.
Not a bad effort though. Not quite good enough, she says.
Just needed to catch around an inch less and would have made the double.
Ja, dan maar gleich.
Ja, ich glaube, irgendetwas 52, gell? Ich glaube, gut, 6, 8, gut. 6 heute.
Ja. Wenn vielleicht einer gespielt hat, läuft es vielleicht so.
Ja, das kann sein.
Könnte gehen, wieder eher am Anfang zurückhalten. Er gehört noch schon
So
schön.
Bina Felcher will just try and draw another Yellowstone round to the edge of the four.
This is her last stone to make a difference in this end. So similar pathway to her previous one.
Can't afford to catch the guard with this one.
The guard coming up, we'll see. It is not looking good.
Big mistake.
You know, that looked to curl quite early too.
Yeah, just tight away. And is there a shot for three? I don't think there is. I think it would only be a two. Poor shot from the skip.
Не, вот туда, вот так. Стой. Он немножко замазан.
Я думаю, что T-line надо делать по весу чуть сильнее.
Russia the red stones,
Тогда просто вести можно с этой.
Switzerland the yellows. Is there a three
Там
there
маленькое
at all,
расстояние, да,
Kenny?
между ними? Для пил не очень, да?
Yeah, I think you'll be able to come down just on the in turn. I don't think you would play the yellow.
Что, нет, да, нет?
Давай просто дрой здесь.
Просто T-line?
But turning the chance down and just
Одну добавлю.
going to draw for one.
Well, at this stage, I suppose that's the sensible decision. It gives Anna Sidorova a chance to practice her draws as well
Внимательно! 4 фута!
on this ice.
Yeah, Super's just keeping this one clean all the way down. Perfect shot.
Yep, well played. Anna Sidorova and Russia. They claim their first point of this gold medal game. And after 3 ends, it's Russia 1, Switzerland 1. Packed crowd you can see to your left there as we look at the European Championship trophy and the names and numbers so far in this game.
Чуть-чуть.
Not a seat to be had in the arena. Okinawa the lead.
Поближе можно, да-да-да. Будет подсаживаться, да-да-да.
Accuracy for the week, 85%.
Да-да-да, не бросай.
Да, ближе,
Very,
ближе,
very
ближе.
good indeed
Поменяйтесь.
from Galkina.
Поменяйтесь. Да-да-да-да-да-да. Еще. Можно еще. Спасибо.
First stone's a guard. Tristan Urik's figures are good too, as you would expect, because these two teams have reached the final after all, so you're going to expect that the players might have played quite well to get here.
Im Schluss noch. Nein, es bleibt ganz so. Die Leine. Okay. Löhnen. Er versteckt sich gar nicht. Sehr schöne Länge.
Yeah, some good play from both sides though. That one just failing to get in behind the guard, and Galkina has had the chance to play the takeout.
She has her eye in this yellow. Hits and rolls and completely open for Switzerland.
Yeah, the two leads that are in this final have been far and away the best leads of the competition. It's so key to a team having a good front end. People don't value the lead in second so much, but at this level, it's so important.
Yep, it's the skips, and usually the third players that get all the glory. They get all the big shots. This set-up play, absolutely crucial. They're generally not the glamour shots, are they, Kenny? The leads don't play the glamorous shots, they just do the hard work.
Yeah, they do. It's an unsung task, really, playing at lead. So, that one in on top from Russia.
I'm wondering about the characteristics of the leads and the seconds. Different types of people, generally speaking, aren't they?
Yeah, they sure are. The skips are quite confident, quite extrovert people, let's say, maybe.
And it takes all sorts to make up a curling team, an effective curling team. And both of these teams have that. Franziska Kaufmann, the second for the Swiss, 81%. Here's the guard.
Yeah, so I thought Russia might have played a guard with that one for Switzerland to maybe make a play on the double. These two red stones are very close together now.
Back.
Doesn't move both reds, but that yellow stone is right in on top, and it's in a difficult spot.
This is the fourth end of this European Championship final between Russia and Switzerland. This is the third player for the Russians, Margarita Fomina. One of the outstanding curlers this week. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah, really nice shot. Well played.
She took another look at it on the big screen there. Ari's Scori, third, 77%, so below her teammates.
Yeah, probably weren't going for the double, just trying to squeeze the stones together.
Yep, would have wanted it just a little bit closer to that red.
So. Oh, weg, schnell! Komm schneller! Da! Hinauf! Gut, so! Achtung! Tier! Ja! Tier! Ja! Weg! Oh! Ho! 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 Woo! Francie! Tier!
So can't quite make the hit and roll to the red, but still not a bad position for Switzerland.
Sorry.
And Sidorova, a skip 84%.
Yeah, makes the nose hit. Double's a little easier this time, just on the high side. Will move everything.
Probeert mee.
Slightly down on Anna Sidorova. Binya, 77%.
I think sweepers are on this really early. Well inside the broom. That's a couple that she's been inside with. Both on the in turn.
Yep, she'll be aware of that too.
Interesting to see if Russia pick up on that and force Switzerland on the in turn. The sweeper's working hard to keep this one straight. Just over curled.
How much do the teams look at their opponents' weaknesses like that?
I think a lot of teams do know their opposition's weakness.
These two teams know each other so well.
And this one just going to hang around in the 12-foot. This is going to be a great force.
Yep, Russia played this end well. Crowd have gone a little bit quiet. Last stone of this fourth end of this gold medal game. And there is one, but only one. Forced to take one. Switzerland. Crowd appreciative of her making that. But a good end from a Russian point of view. And after four, it's Russia 1, Switzerland 2.
Ладно, сейчас посмотрим, как она сделает. Давай, что ты, давай. Все нормально. Мы очень, например, настроенные, перенастроенные.
Five sheets of ice in this arena, but we are concentrating on this middle one for this gold medal game between Russia and Switzerland in the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2014. Alison Walker and Kenny Edwards bringing you live commentary on the whole of this game, featuring two of the best women's teams in the world, not just in Europe. So the standard of play very, very high and so much at stake.
Подождите, пусть поварит чуть-чуть. Саша, стой. Только Саша. Воу, ничего. Ничего.
Сам. Пока много.
Не, он варит.
Не, он сядет, идти,
Оу.
внимание.
Да, стирайте. Еще. Спасибо, Саша.
Nummer 2, nein, komm so. Ja. Gut, vorne 12, Warte. Gut, richtig. Wechseln. Warte. Nummer 4.
Headlining.
Der Körler.
Wow.
Lange ist nicht schlecht, Lange wäre super. Jetzt ganz zum Schluss, nein, wir haben keine richtig. Lange wäre super. Nicht. Lange ist bis dran. Wow.
Just sits out a little bit. Would have liked to have been right in on top of that red.
Его не обязательно совершенно выталкивать. Если ты его на 4 оттолкнешь, мне будет спокойно. 8.
Just feel Russia, if they could just tighten up ever so slightly in their stone position, they would be able to score 2.
Нет, не бросайте.
Вообще.
Внимание,
Yep, they're not far away, and you feel as the game goes on, they're going to be doing that. Is this one passed? Yes.
Just over curling slightly.
Bounced them off a bit more than they would have liked.
So ist auch gut. Ja. Gut so.
Achtung!
Tier!
Oh! Achtung!
Tier! Oh! Oh, weg!
Iren, stay noch rechts.
Gut so.
So although they make the nose hit, it leaves a nice pocket and line of stones to freeze up against.
Нет.
Если чуть сильнее пока сам.
Намного сильнее.
А, нет, нет, подсядь, Тань.
Должен сесть.
Тилай.
Внимание.
Тилай, Рита.
Рита.
Хороший вес. Тилай. Без сам.
Сам вес. Нет, нет.
Чуть толкаем.
Сам.
That's a nice throw. Maybe taps the red a little bit far. But they are sitting 2 now in the 4-foot. And Switzerland will need to move them somehow. I think we'll see Switzerland run the guard, but no, they're going to attempt to just come around and tap things back and forth.
So similar line from this one. Just going to do a bit of nudging.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah, not a great shot there. Russia could play the double on the outside yellows and roll into the pocket.
Yep, those 2 yellows look fair game from a Russian point of view.
Yeah, really nice. Switzerland in a bit of trouble now.
Russia the reds, Switzerland the yellows.
Je moet hem gleich so kommen, ha?
Dus gleich, ja?
Ist nur so.
Ik zei slecht nou, zo goed. Dan ga je zo snel, was weg?
Komm so. Nein, komm so, es ist, glaube ich, gescheiter.
Oké.
Oh, Tia! Oh, Tia! Fest! Fest! Tia!
And does move 2 of the reds. But that other red's in behind that guard.
And really, that was probably the best outcome she could have had. Sail close to that guard there for sure.
Very close to the guard. Oh, another pistol. Lines the reds up.
You know, she makes that look so easy.
Tia! Tia! Fest! Ja! Fest! Tia! Fest!
So, missed the run back.
You hear the groan from the crowd.
Две, окей.
So nose hit from Russia could leave them sitting a 3.
Нет, 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 много. Внимание. Хороший вес. Внимание. Нет. Нет, Катя.
Just looking for this one on the inside. Great shot.
Yep, what a difference she's made in this end. So, bit of a headache from a Swiss point of view.
Ja. Moet ik daar nog kunnen proeven. Is goed, oder? Niet tegen niet dan.
Nou, goed. Ik vind eigenlijk recht goed, oder?
Oh, komt snel.
Huh?
Komt snel.
Nein, ik kom zo.
Goed.
Ik ben op
Shot would be just to nose this, line them up.
Nasa. Und wenn wir ein bisschen übergirlen und ein bisschen überreiten, können wir nur halb hintergehen. Ja. Gut.
Russia looking good to score at least
Een beetje
2
weniger.
points in this 5th end.
Zack, van al. Zack. Voorlegging.
Weg.
Oh! Zack. Potsen. Tia. Oh! Ja, Tia.
Playing control weight, just trying to stick the yellow right on top. That's a great shot. It's the best she could have done, really.
So still 2 reds, counting there for Russia.
Ja, nein, weißt du, ich weiß nicht, ob es über ihn jetzt nicht groß mehr.
Ja, ich habe eher eine Chance.
Мне кажется, одну нормально. Ань, когда это на 0 возила. Одну не было.
So Anna Sidorova trying to get around the corner guard.
Чуть-чуть сильнее здесь. Вес находит. Хороший вес. Внимание. Немного. Будет линия. Будет линия.
Doesn't want to sit out in the open and leave a shot for 2. Remove both reds. I think that's what they're going to do. And that's going to leave a get out for Switzerland now. Hit and check to the left-hand side, maybe a couple inches.
Yep, she definitely fancies this.
Ja, sonst wenn lieber halt noch rein und
Ja,
Still got to make it though. Don't make this perfect.
Ja.
You're going to face losing 3.
Mal. Gut. Bisschen rausweichen. Ja. Hij muss so kommen.
Kürzer. Mehr Eis. Gut.
Gut.
Big hush in the arena ahead of this final shot of Binia Felchers.
Gut. Warte, Achtung. Ja.
Trying really hard to get past the guard. They're past the guard. And great shot.
Under a bit of pressure there, and then she produced the goods. Swiss crowd loving it. Room to spare there beside the guard. And away goes that red. Good feeling.
Yeah, but Russia still with a chance for 3. If they could come down, maybe battering weight, push the yellow right through. You see, should see most of that yellow stone in the forefoot. Looking at the ice they're taking, it looks like battering weight they've called.
Last stone of this 5th end in this European Championship gold medal final.
This one beginning to move hard off the centre now. Have they done enough? They've moved the yellow out the 4, and they've got 2.
It's a good effort, Sidorova. Claimed her 2 points. And Russia take the lead after 5. Russia 3, Switzerland 2.
Second end. Buna Felcher being forced to draw for 1. Drop this one right onto the tee line. Third end. Sidorova facing 1 Swiss counter. Needing to play the draw. And again, executed perfectly. Fourth end, Russia sitting 2. Buna Felcher having to play a nose hit with her last. To take 1. But at the 5th end break, it's Russia 3, Switzerland 2.
Because we're just waiting and looking, and when we get the break, we snap and take the next jump. Yeah? You've worked back to hammer control now, right? We got that part out of the way. So now, just keep command of our weights, keep command of our game. Think about end 6, but the keys are going to be 8, 7, 8, 9, because they're going to have to make some moves, and we're going to have to make our good decisions. Great end, the 5th. Fantastic calls and fantastic shots. When you see those chances, we knew exactly what we were doing in that end. It's beautiful to watch.
There's more great shots. It's been very entertaining. Okay? Cool.
Yeah, what a fantastic insight that is, and a real privilege to listen in and hear what the coaches are saying to the teams.
Stones are good.
You don't get it in many sports at all.
They're perfect.
Both coaches pretty happy with the way things are going. But I guess this team don't necessarily want to be entertaining, they want to win.
Yeah, I think
lots of rotation.
both teams are fairly confident in their ability to score too.
Okay, let's get the hell out of here, Carol.
Yes.
Don't seem under too much pressure there. They seem still fairly relaxed. I guess when it gets to those 9th and 10th ends, things might change a little bit. They love their curling here in Champéry. There's the stats after the first 5 ends. Of course, we know the score, 3-2. No stolen points yet. And Switzerland down, certainly in terms of draws. And their hits compared to their Russian opponents. So a lot still to happen as we head back onto the ice and into this 6th end. Here's the numbers so far. That very important 2 for Russia. Now there's an interesting hat. I'm not sure I would wear that. It's a Swiss thing. And entering into the spirit of curling and this final between Russia and Switzerland.
Рита только. Нет, сам, девочки. Только Рита.
So Russia get us back underway.
Yeah, another great shot from Galkina.
Interesting, Roger Schmidt, the Russian coach, saying don't bother too much about the 6th end.
Yeah, a little surprised at that, but I'm more surprised that Switzerland are moving this shot stone in the house. Would have liked to seen them maybe play the corner guard. Yeah, I can't quite understand the thought process behind that.
Because it is obvious what Russia are going to do next, isn't it?
Yeah, Russia wants to keep it clean, maybe force one, retain last stone advantage into the 10th end. But so now they've decided to throw the corner guard. Maybe they're thinking the one that was on the button is just too close to the 1 foot and they had to move it.
Yep, cleaning things up early on, I suppose.
Wechseln! Jetzt geht noch ein bisschen näher. Görl ein bisschen wenig.
Das ist schon ein bisschen lang.
Okay, ja, dann löhnen. Löhnen, okay. Gut, sehr schön.
Да, прям норок.
Saitova, 93%.
Сам пока. Дойти! Дойти, Дилан! Дилан сам! Да, вообще за. К тому, возможно, толкнем дальше. Вообще не садится.
Ja.
Franziska Kaufmann, 85% the second. Very consistent.
Marta! Marta! Okay, dit is goed. Wechselen! Wechselen!
Over! Over! Over!
Tia! Tia! Oh! Goed zien.
Nice shot from Kaufmann. And that has a yellow.
Чуть сильнее, чем тот. Пока сам.
Не намного сильнее, нормально.
Весь, короче, сам.
Очень надо для линии.
Внимание!
О, вообще, вообще.
Зайти сам, так, конец 8, конец 10. Нельзя. Стой. Хорошо.
That's fairly good. That Yellowstone won't be going anywhere for a couple of shots yet, so I think Switzerland will be relatively happy with the way the angles are lined up.
Het vliegt een beetje mee, zo. Backline. Goed. Dan is het. Inga. Met backline. Goed zo. Inga. Oh. Goed zo. Die voorhand weg, snel. Hij is mee. Mee. Goed, backline. Gar niet. Goed zo. Schön zo.
Yeah, so comes down to the nose. I think if you're Russia, you've just got to cap that right in on top.
Этот может сильно отойти, я боюсь. Их уйдет. Следующий. Ну, я его постараюсь оттереть чуть подальше. Нам нужен стей аккуратно.
Хорошо. 2, да?
2, да.
One step at a time here for Russia.
So they do move things, get the angles off, and got to say, looks okay now.
Probeer het uit elkaar laten. Ja. Zo beetje hinderig stoßen.
Aber auch noch mal so wie
That yellow in the middle
Ja,
is
genau.
always going to be hard to shift. Stage by stage.
Buiten. Omhingen 4-8. Ja. Ja. Oh. Omhingen 4-8. Oh.
Bin noch.
Tia. Tia. Ja. Ja. Fest. Fest. Tia. Fest. Fest.
That one just over curling.
Goed zo.
Russia with a chance to tidy things up. Really going sideways, that rock.
Just nudges that red in.
Наверное, надо очень аккуратно постараться все-таки здесь пробить.
Окей.
А те два ближе, да? Один. Один? Этот, потом наш.
Окей, давай тогда. Там двойной
I don't
будет или
think
все?
Russia should be making a play in the middle ones.
Упрется в наш.
Ага.
Blast the black, 2 yellows would be a good call. Or even throw the guard on it.
Опасно.
Либо вот эти два постараться убрать, либо что-нибудь закрыть.
Ну просто у нее вариант останется тогда здесь вот так сыграть.
Я понимаю.
Если мы это уберем.
Что мало можно взять?
Полезть сюда, вот так делать.
Yeah, I don't mind this call from Anna. Round into the top of the 8 foot.
Я не понимаю тебя.
Не висни столько, Рит. Времени так много.
Я предложила время просто взять, чтобы подумать.
Ну, вообще, это привести мне нравится.
Тайм-аут взять предложила. Показывала тебе это.
Ну, вот сюда тебе нравится? Мы ей закроем ролл сюда и отрежем эти все.
Нравится, да. Если даже ошибка, то все равно они тут, ну, будут
Главное,
отрезать
чтобы не было вот так.
Да.
Все, да, полностью белое. Это достаточно. Полностью белое.
Да.
Уйти.
Завиделось 5-0.
0,05
0,
Рит.
уйти.
Все катит и тянется.
Да, нормально.
Yeah, so they are calling the top 8 foot draw. It's a guard come draw. So Margarita Fomina, 95%.
You wonder where she's lost the 5%, don't you?
Yeah, she's played really, really well.
Сядет. Подсаживается.
Just need to cover the inside edge. Another pistol from Fomina. Great shot.
It's a beauty.
Ja, ich will probieren, zum den zu greifen.
Ja, wäre schon noch schick.
Das können wir halt auch.
Ja.
This one just curling enough at the end
Ja, ich will glaube ich auch
to get in
probieren.
behind the guard.
Siehst du den noch ganz ein bisschen?
Ich sehe ihn noch gerade ein bisschen, ja.
Dann können wir so.
Ja? Mal.
Ach, tja.
73% for Irene in the third. She's played some good ones, but the odd not so good. What about this one?
That's a great shot. Big call. Couldn't see much of that red round the guard.
That will give the team a lift. All those reds virtually out the way.
Разбираться с камнями, которые ближе, а не которые дальше.
Просто если здесь ролл не получается, это двойной.
А ты
Тогда у
делай
нас
так,
будет три
чтобы
камня.
был...
100% ролл?
Да. Ну, если что, двойной. Просто здесь по-любому он упирается куда-то.
Я надеюсь. Давай.
Он может, правда, вот сюда пройти?
Нет, не может.
So the crowd's still buzzing after that shot from Irene Scory as the Russians make up their mind about their next move. Great performance from Sidorova in this game so far. 93%.
15. О, нет, нет, вообще. Обманул, нет.
Yeah, just looking for an inside roll. How's this one looking? Another great shot. We're being treated to some great action here.
Just so accurate in the way they finish.
50, ja.
So.
So wie die Franz und ich gespielt haben, oder?
Ja, dass wir auf vorne schon ziehen.
Ja.
Dass wir da wirklich gerade da zwischendurch kommen.
Genau.
Wäre gut, aber hauptsächlich, dass wir dort mal...
So, wie viel hast du gesagt?
Ja, es kommt nicht wirklich. Du Mühe.
Hinten nach.
Hinten 12.
Ja.
Another challenging shot for
Ja, wieder
Birja
so wie
Felcher.
hinten 12. Ja. Das etwa so 13, 16, 18. Ja, eher vielleicht ein bisschen mehr.
She's 78%,
Sehr lang.
so certainly not as consistent as Sidorova as yet in this game.
Achtung! Achtung, dran bleiben. Ja! 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 Oh!
Just waiting for this one to take the curl.
Oh, they've had to hold off.
Marie!
Yep, they're pleased with that.
Ja.
Это же минус 2, потому что у нас еще здесь камень. Может пойти на минус 2 спокойно перестись, да?
Yeah. Russia have got to be really, really careful.
Больше плохо. Это реально очень рискованно. Вряд ли она, конечно, может его достать, но вдруг у нее получится. А вот здесь будет торчать, она пил сделает.
That's what they're looking at.
Не знаю. Ну, конечно, хотя с другой стороны, ей будет очень сложно это сделать, да, если он будет пучиться.
Девчонки, время!
Он в любое упирается. Может, есть смысл.
Nose hit's really all you've got.
I would say this is
То есть вообще
probably their most difficult shot so far in terms of the implications.
Да?
Да. Просто куда ошибка, если что, больше ролл тогда.
Конечно, рискуем. Варианта два. Либо ввести на минус 2 осознанно уже, чтобы
So no matter what, Switzerland are going to have a shot for 2 or 3.
Мне нравится ролл. Да?
So here she goes, Anna Sidorova.
15. Воу.
Just trying to limit
Внимание.
her opposite number in terms of shots.
And I think they've left Switzerland sitting one.
I'm not sure what else more she could have done there. I'm not sure who is counting actually, Kenny, are you?
Yeah, I think the yellow on the centre line for Switzerland is counting one. I think all they've got is a drop or two.
Aber von außen will ich nicht machen, da können wir so versuchen. Ich will, wenn, dann würde ich von innen probieren. Aber wenn
Yeah, there you see it, it's clearly the yellow.
Also, das ist mir nicht zu wenig gehört.
I'm not sure that's clearly.
Aber muss ich da wirklich nach oben durch, wenn er den dreht, ist der nicht besser.
Ja, bitte. Ich sage, ist jetzt einfach... Schmecklich ist es sicher so. Easy shot. Ah.
So wird's nicht.
Ich will nicht, weil so könnte es eh noch Shot werden oder so. So kann nichts passieren.
Okay. Gut, probier, ja.
Na da.
Yep, so just draw to the back one.
Und ich gebe
For
da fast
two.
nicht für 3. Dann hängt der nur da vorne an.
Ja, nicht so gut. Gut entscheiden. Was meinst du?
Ja, ich glaube immer noch so wie vorher.
4:2, Junge.
Gut.
Dranbleiben über die Mitte durch. Genau.
Wir sollten schon nicht auf unseren hinten drauf kommen.
Ja.
Gib mir ein bisschen weniger. Und sonst ist unser nicht mehr Schuld.
Ist gut.
Also dann haben wir nur einen. Wenn wir dran kommen.
Last stone of this sixth end.
Richtig ist gut. Bis hier. Hat keine Bremse, sieht lang aus, gell?
Ja, jetzt genug.
Gut. Darf nicht putschen, nicht
Ja,
putschen.
tut wahrscheinlich.
You can't afford to come right to the back one though. Is this going to take a seat? It is.
All players just having one quick last look, confirming that that was indeed a yellow counter. And it was. It turned out to be a pretty good end for Switzerland. The crowd getting right behind them now. That end could really have gone either way. But that score of 2 takes the Swiss into the lead after 6. Russia 3, Switzerland 4. Here's that final stone again from Benea Felcher. Absolutely no worries. 2 for the Swiss. Little to choose between these two teams in this gold medal game. You get a feeling for any one team in particular in terms of winning?
I think the Russians certainly look to be playing a little bit better than the Swiss. The front end of Russia's been really, really good. Great stone positioning.
Remember, they were told not to worry about the sixth end, as I recall.
Да, возьми, свип, дальше, еще.
So that corner guard, that's the first mistake we've seen from Katerina Golkina.
Watching there behind the Russian bench.
Gut, das ist gut. Gut. Sehr schön. Danke.
Ближний надо. Да, возьмите, можно еще. Вес. Средний. Оу. Да. Ближний. Да, еще можно. Да.
So as we've seen most of the week, Switzerland don't like too many corner guards in play. So they're just going to take that one off.
It's obviously worked for them leading up to this point, so if you have a style of play that's working for you, you don't want to change it too much.
Yeah, it's a difficult peel this. You've got to catch this quite thin to take it across the top of the yellow. Looks to have done a good job though.
Zes staan al ertussen.
Ja, dat zijn nog nooit ertussen. Ja.
Die maken we er geloof ik nog maar.
Also.
So they were thinking about throwing the guard, but the shot is just to peel this off.
Ja, Tia! Ja! Tia! Ja! Tia!
Does enough. Push that red over the top. You're now just going to play the takeout. Doesn't quite make the roll though.
Same target for Irene Scory. Hits and sticks as well.
Will we see Russia draw around? Are they going for the hit and roll? Going for the hit and roll off the centre one. That one's just going to run out of play, so that's our first mistake, really.
Yep, just a bit too much there on that.
Er zit ze wirklich nach allein. Ja,
Потом их тебе
Wo wollen wir?
Zita.
Ich will gerade da.
Ja, genau.
Yeah, the shot is just to split the house,
Ich finde einfach da jetzt ist es schwieriger.
draw to the opposite side and get good separation between the two yellows.
Nicht so beiß recht.
Yeah, I wonder how crucial
Oder vorne.
that miss from Femina could be.
Beiß Vierte. Was ist gemein? 14. 14, 2. Sicher rein. Ja.
Bis hinten 4. Wer befahrt mit gar nicht.
Super standing right back off this one. And that's going to slip through. A big miss.
Yep, there was an opportunity there for Switzerland. She's frowning, shaking her head. So, another twist in the tail of this end.
Да, ну лучше ролл. Маленький. Маленький ролл.
So 2 poor shots. Let's see what
Одна.
Sidorova can produce here.
Нет. Саш. Воу.
Нормально, Саша, нормально.
Воу. Хорошо. Отлично. Хорошо.
Хорошо.
Уник Роуз.
Normal.
Many of Elcha's last stone here in this 7th end. Hits and rolls in.
Yeah, so Russia with a chance to blank this 7th end.
Yep, and that will suit them right down to the ground.
Immer halt so wichtig.
Final stone of the 7th end.
Yeah, Russia trying to hit and run. And is that a mistake? It is. It's a hit and stay.
Hovers around the edge there, and that counts for Russia. Not ideal for them. They wanted to blank it and start building for the next end. Levelled things up after 7, Russia 4, Switzerland 4. Lots of twists and turns in that previous end. Kenny was going one way, then the other. 1 or 2 mistakes. It is getting to the absolutely crucial part of the game, though. There's the trophy. 2014 European title is at stake. And for the Swiss, of course, it would mean that they would have the world title and the European title in the same year. The eighth and crucial end of this gold medal game. What happens in the eighth always has a bearing on the outcome.
Yeah, so I think both teams will go all out to score. Switzerland will try and score 2. Russia maybe try and steal a single point.
So both teams with a fairly aggressive offensive approach in this end, which is always great to watch. And here's some comparisons for you, the two leads. Zurich slightly up in this game compared to Galkina. But still both playing extremely well. It's coming round now. On that centre line.
So a couple of mistakes coming into the game now as we're getting to the business end. So that's out on draw, trying to come down onto the tee line. That's a great shot.
Chris fans like that one.
This one just coming up against the yellow. So this red will be wide open. So Switzerland will have a chance to hit and roll in and set 3.
When they're done their little bit here and Keith presented the trophy.
Have they made the roll? They have.
It was a tiny roll. And smiles all round in the Swiss camp at the moment.
Линия да. Линия да, очень. Линия да, очень. Линия очень, да.
Нет, надо.
Не пройдем. Да, максимально близко к нему хотя бы.
Лед дохнет.
Time out.
Yeah, and the Swiss have called a timeout. Quite a bit to think about in this particular end.
Yeah, that shot from Russia, fairly poor, pulling up short.
Ja, ich weiß auch nicht.
Ich glaube, da würde ich eher lassen.
Ich glaube auch.
Für den geht es nicht besser.
Ich bin mehr irgendwie da.
Switzerland could swing another one right round in on top of the one in the forefoot.
Ja, da.
Russia are in deep, deep trouble.
So ein Weiter will ich einfach nicht.
Nein, lieber
Dann
drin,
ist
oder?
es drin, sie macht irgendeinen
Und lieber Fries sogar. Also weißt du? Ja.
So they wait for Almur. Here he is.
No, we don't want to open the guards. We've got them in a lot of trouble right now.
I think the other side is
That
looks
side,
safe.
that side, they have nothing on.
Yeah.
This side, we don't want to go too deep because that'll give
But
them an
also
out.
not too far away. Yeah.
Even with this red one is fine. There or a little bit short, like on the Le or Le Gruyère,
Yeah.
would be perfect. That would be right perfect.
Not so zärtlich stecken, oder? Ja. Oder nicht?
All right.
Finde nicht
Nein,
unbedingt.
das ist nicht mal groß.
Nein, das ist noch zu weit, dann kann sie wieder rein.
And then keep the pressure on.
Ja, sounds good.
Und ich glaube, ihren ist extrem gehackt, aber der ist ein bisschen weiter in der Mitte.
Ja.
Keep the pressure on. They're in a lot of trouble, the two coats that hit me from Almur.
Yeah, asked them to keep the pressure on, so some great words of wisdom from the Swiss coach.
Yellow for Switzerland. The reds for Russia.
Bis 85 sogar, würde ich sagen. Hä? Ist gut. Ja.
Comparison of the seconds while we wait for Kaufmann's shot. Very even, these two players, Saitova and Kaufmann.
Mitte! Garadiert fest!
Mitte! Nur Mitte! Daumen!
Nein, wir nicht, der Kerl ist fest.
This one just kind of come up tight. Would have liked to have seen that one right in on top.
Can still play a part there though, can't it? So if ever Margherita Fominina needed a shot, this is it. Heading down the same pathway.
Все еще.
Кать, вытирай! Свип! Вытирай, свип! Дальше, давай! Еще!
That one just not curling at all.
It didn't, did it? It remained remarkably straight.
Да, я конкретно умер.
Ganz rausgeht, ist okay.
Finde ich auch.
So Russia definitely on the back foot in this end.
Normal.
But Switzerland will need to hit and run with this. Don't want to hit on the nose. So well, the crowd are celebrating, but for me, that's not a good shot. I think she knows that.
It's still very exposed, that Yellowstone.
Russia could come down and just corner freeze that. Use that yellow as a blocker. This one's looking really high though, Alison. Passing the guard by a good couple of feet. Chipped it into the back of the four.
Helping out Switzerland there. Poor shots from Kamina. Not finding her game down that side of the sheet at all.
I think they maybe just played too much weight at that one. They just needed to come down and draw weight.
So let off for Switzerland.
Kaart is oké, hè?
Heel het vuur is lauf wie da besser. Sie ist jetzt auch zweimal lang gekommen.
Ja, even kaart is dus al oké, hè?
Ja. 12 ist auch okay.
Genau.
Bitte Zeug. Gut Zeug.
Ik loop genoeg.
Gut Legin. Warte. Zeug. Mit Dr. Lang. Gut Legin. Und gerade Halle.
Ja. Ja.
Tia.
Ja, dat is super.
Tia. Tia, Tia, Tia. Tia.
Goed, super.
So now, what do Russia do? Don't see a route in for them at all.
Swiss plugging the gaps. What would you do here, Kenny, if you were Anna Sidorova?
I would have opened it up a little bit earlier than now.
It's too late now.
It is too late. But all you've got is the out-turn draw right round to the edge of the button.
Если мы вот так вот сделаем, можно тоже сразу закрыть. Она еще один ролл делает и все. Ну, а бить я не вижу смысла. Нечего. Вот так, если только бить. Расчистить это, надеюсь, что она куда-нибудь потом привезет и может быть, еще куда-то привезти.
Yep, and no wonder they're feeling quite relaxed.
Сюда можно и так.
Comparison of the thirds.
И гарду берем и постараемся здесь их растолкать.
Fomina's still ahead because of what she's done in previous ends.
So looking at driving this wide yellow into the 2 and the 4 foot.
A risky shot?
A very risky shot, but they need to move something and leave themselves a shot with their last.
There's an awful lot of yellow in there, isn't there?
Побольше.
This Russian team being really tested with this shot.
Yeah, the shot might be just to come around, chip the yellow across the face. But need to do something.
See how it works out.
Haha, great shot from Anna Sidorova. Still facing 2 though.
Yeah, but she's limited the possibilities, and that was the key. Shakes it up in the middle, and away go the 3 yellows. 1, 2, and 3. Nicely played.
Zolang er tussen is, vreemd voor überhaupt. Zet hij voor hierheen gaan? Müssen er nicht.
Ja, ligt wel perfect. Ga
No. That one for me really needs to be tucked right in. So a chance for Russia to get themselves out of trouble.
There's a comparison of the skips. Couch's draws letting her down. 75%.
Прям четко у тебя был открыт риф. Он не был открыт, Аня.
Suddenly a little chink of light for the Russian team.
Yeah, if Russia could just hit and roll to the left a couple of feet, they'd be sitting one, and it would look difficult for Switzerland to remove. But need to get very cute with this guard.
Yeah, it's still a very, very tricky shot. And that guard protruding out there is the main obstacle.
So waiting for the curl. Has this one swung into the guard? It has.
It has, yes. Oh. It was a danger. It was a difficult call. One she had to try.
So a big chance for Switzerland to score 4.
And the crowd know it. They know this is a huge opportunity. This could be the turning point in the game for Switzerland. Russian bench can only look on.
Ja, die gaan we een beetje helpen. Dat we niet 3 stürzen.
Last stone of this 8th end. This gold medal game. And Binja Felcher looking for a big score.
The sweepers looked really happy with this one.
It's a big score anyway. What can it be for? And it is. What an end for Switzerland. Swiss trying to keep calm. That could be hugely significant in the grand scheme of things. What a lead they have now after 8. Russia 4, Switzerland 8. Swiss crowd loving this. That was a real blow for Russia, Kenny. Can they get back?
Well, it's going to be a struggle now. But if they could just get a nose and a corner guard or something like that on this 9th end, maybe pick up 3. I think if you maybe asked the question of Switzerland, they might start to miss a few shots, but they've not really been put under too much pressure. Switzerland going to throw this one away. They're 4 up.
The old scoreboard thing again.
Yeah, it's so important to play the scoreboard. They won't mind giving up 2 up with the hammer. Coming home in 10. I think you're going to take that in any game.
The Russians haven't been in this position too often, certainly this week. at these European Championships, they've been in control of all their games. 4 behind in this 9th end.
Yeah, again, Switzerland just throwing this one away. Russia will go the other side with the corner.
Смотрите, параллельно. Параллельно. Рита первая всегда. Параллельно, аккуратно.
Свип, свип, не бросать.
Надо?
Не бросать.
Внимание.
Не бросать, не бросать.
Да. Надо.
And psychologically, you've just not got to let that affect you. You've got to get your head down and do what you can in this end if you're Russian. For an absolutely crushing blow for the Russians.
Yeah, the Swiss have got to still stay focused. And I think they've maybe flew right past the side of this one. So a 3 is certainly on the cards now, Alison. That's all you need is one miss.
I think the crowd knew that. Encouragement for their team.
Вес нет совсем. Должен подсесть, пока зайти.
О, вообще нет, девочки. Нет.
8-7.
Да, останется 13.
Хорошо. Чуть нет, не надо? Хорошо.
A shot from Saitova. Targeting this front guard. Gets that one this time.
Just makes the yellow roll to the board, but that still might play a part in the end.
Побольше садиться будет.
Надо будет. Рита.
Нет, свет, Сань.
Зайти.
Don't write off this Russian team yet.
Нет, Рита, всегда Рита. Воу, воу, воу. Воу. Сип. Воу. Сип.
Yeah, good separation between the two reds. Switzerland just going to ignore the red in behind the corner, hit the open one.
Tower. Tia.
Trying to hit and check in.
Sehr schön.
A nice shot. So Russia trying to get around this corner once again.
Немного очень.
Подсядет, пока нет. Надо будет вес.
Очень много линий.
О,
Есть вес. Вообще нет.
Line looks pretty good at the moment.
Подсаживай, Сань.
Need this one right down onto the tee line. A nice shot. It's fully buried.
Sweepers doing their stuff there for Russia.
Oh my God, neemt ze zo oké. Ja. Is goed.
Ja? Zo? Ja? Van de hoogte! Uit dat pies! Van de hoogte! Tia! Tia! Face! Face! Whoa! Oh!
Catches the guard, so there's the mistake that Russia were waiting for. Now, decision time, do you freeze the yellow in the forefoot or hit and check to the wing?
Sorry,
Do you throw the corner guard? And I think Russia have called for their timeout.
Yeah, it was a big decision at this point.
Мне осталось 2 камня. Хорошо,
Let's
конечно.
see if Roger Schmidt can make the right call this time.
Я смотрю, что они будут делать, я просто думаю, если ничего не спрячу. Будет очень опасно. Они сюда нам сунут и все.
Сколько бросков у них осталось? 3?
Если мы сюда приведем фриз, он будет отличный, она побьет вот эти.
И нам еще там надо будет сделать так, чтобы нас по двойной не встали, девки. Мне кажется, надо бить его. Он просто
бить
отрезает нам 2
станцевым.
камня. Ну, блин, да, понятно, что стоит двойной, но мало ли он его не пробьет. Надо по-любому надеяться на их ошибку как-то.
Ну, я к тому, что как бы у нас вариант закрывать или что-то здесь делать. Если закрывать, то, ну, как бы...
Ну,
у неё,
рискованно,
конечно,
да?
плюс 4. Скорее всего, она будет мочить пил.
Ну да.
Через это все.
А может и нет. Потому что... Сколько точек кидает? Третий номер кидает у них, да?
Roger will probably call
Блин, нет,
the
мне кажется,
guard.
она может провести.
That's what he
Если
will
бы третий номер
will
кидал, я
call or
поверила, что
should
она
call.
будет пил делать.
Плюс 4.
Ну,
Она понимает, что нам все равно
Would that be the best decision?
I think so, Alison, especially with your third's final rock.
The options like to play the guard, but with the risk to play the guard.
I'm afraid she might come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just play, like, freezes. You have to be short now.
Yeah, I
With
agree.
this
Yeah,
one.
we gotta
or,
make- yeah.
Or just like play hit and roll on that one.
Hit and roll in front of her by that. If we can get a little rollover by that yellow, then she's got 1 shot at this double. Huh?
Yeah. And hope that she
Worst.
won't make double.
Huh?
Hopefully.
Yeah,
that
we
she'll not
can't
make
take it
double.
all away. That's right. So make her play the double. Let's try to hit and roll over there. Just hold 3 in the 8 foot. We can't avoid all her doubles.
Okay.
Hope she misses 1, and worst case we get 2 even if she doubles, and we're not out of it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, a little surprised. They're worried that if they do throw the guard, that Switzerland would just come around and play the freeze.
nice.
I think with this one you play the guard. Maybe with the next one you play the hit. Switzerland will get 2 shots at the double on the reds.
I think I would fancy Binia to make that double. Let's see how it plays out. The advice given.
Wow. Внимание.
Yeah, just looking for a hit and check on top of the yellow. This one catching the other side though.
Proberen met daarna, schöner Gras. Oder? Oder meint? Ja. Zo, dan niet nach innen. Dat is geschieden, hè?
Nein, nach innen will ich nicht. Der Motorist geht sowieso raus.
Genau. Finde ich gut. 8.
Wenn wir wirklich zu weit aus sind, können wir noch den dort probieren.
Genau. 8,5.
Ja, 8.
So we've got a chance to play a double either way now.
Oder Nase eigentlich. Ja, Nase ist gut.
You can feel the tension here inside the Palladium.
Tia! Ja! Oh! Oh!
Rus misses it.
Well. The drama continues in this 8th end. 9th end.
Just shaves past that back red. So the call's just to freeze the back yellow.
Саша первая.
Похож, Лес, Сань, смотри.
Хотя похож.
So need to be in for third shot at least.
Ничего!
Хорошо, Свит!
Can't afford to leave another double. This one needs to go right back.
Свит прижать, Свит!
Come on. Finds a good spot with that one.
Probeer het hinderen. Wat? Ja. Nou? Steny.
So it's only needing to hit and check in behind the two stones on the left.
Here she goes. Yeah.
Russia really asking the question in this 9th end. It's exactly what they've had to do. Yeah, so a nose hit for 3.
Wasn't too much more she could do about that.
The pressure maybe just telling a little bit. Russians maybe feel they've got nothing to lose now, being 4 down.
Last stone of the 9th end. Looking to secure 3 red counters for Russia. Keep them in this game.
Yeah, tight all the way. And that one is going to hit and roll out of the 12 foot. So it'll be only 2.
She can hardly believe it. Big goal from Anna Zidorova, just too much on it. Gets rid of the yellow safely. But the red one just rolling too far. And that could make all the difference going into this final end. You'd much rather be them right now. After 9, Russia 6, Switzerland 8. We've seen a dramatic couple of last ends, the 8th and the 9th. Tension building. And the two teams definitely feeling it out there. And it's a big, big ask for Russia now, Kenny, in this 10th end.
Yeah, 1 down, you are going to ask the question, but at 2 down, you're really toiling. Switzerland going to attempt to try and split this centre guard off, play the tick shot. So looking to catch Halfstone. Is this one going to stay around? It is. And it's just out of play. It's a nice shot. Opens that centre line up.
I wonder if this Swiss crowd are sensing victory here.
Чего ты не можешь?
Я еще могу говорю.
Я понимаю, если мы сюда привезем... Ладно. Говорили.
Нет, вид? Нам пока карт, мне кажется.
Во-во-во-во-во-во-во.
Средний. Нет, Рит, нет, только не Рита. Только не Рита.
Нет, Рит, нет.
Только Саша. Воу.
Есть.
Он есть. Да, можно.
Не, нормально. Не надо.
Vi får in.
Ja.
Tia! Först! Tia! Squat! There schön.
So Switzerland just pulling their own guard off.
Тиза.
Будь подсаживаться.
Тиза. Рита.
Нет, это Рита.
Тиза, девочки. Во, есть. Да, для линии. Слив.
So all Russia can really do is force Switzerland to play against two with their last shot. Really, that's all they'll be asking Pina Felcher to do to pick up the gold medal.
10th end, the Russians need that steal of 2 to take it to an extra end.
Tia! Oh! Uta, squat.
Ticks that one over the top.
Одну, да. Пока Рита.
Средний.
Чекат.
Только Рита.
Только Рита.
Только Рита, очень много линий.
Много. Средний, Ань.
Только Рита все равно.
Средний.
Все равно Рита только. Нет, оставьте. Она все равно будет гард снимать.
So not too worried that they're not covering the red. Just need to put something out front and hope for a big mistake. Playing this one on the out turn. So if they do miss the guard, they would catch the red in the house. And gets rather fortunate catching on the outside red.
Саша. Свип. Затереть. Во-во-во, бросайте.
So all they can do is
Net per andere Seite.
peel this out.
Wieso?
I would have liked to have seen this go the other way.
Ja, wenn du vorbeigehst, bist du
I
einfach
think our team are just
Okay.
also saying they maybe take it the other way, but they feel confident enough to negotiate that yellow in the 12 foot.
And they're in such a good position in the game.
Butter. Sehr schön.
Либо мы ставим гард, либо мы пытаемся завести сюда, либо сюда.
Ну, так им, по идее, задачу прощаем.
Еще гард.
Пока гард, да.
Чтобы он чуть переваливал сюда.
Окей.
Yeah, so just throwing the centre guard again.
Саш,
Дальний. Дальний. Дальний, да.
лучше поближе.
Дальний есть.
So a couple of good shots from the Swiss team, and they'll get a chance to pick up the gold medal.
Yeah, they're not too far away now, but they just need to keep focused.
Ja, nochmal so. Genau gleich. Ja.
Do what they do every day of the week in training.
Butter, ist gut.
And the guard is peeled.
Стараться делать их линию максимально.
За него.
SUI-RUS just has to make sure
Ну, как бы я не вижу смысла вести направо, это постоим победа, чтобы...
that she makes it as difficult as possible for Benia Felcher to score and score to themselves, 6-8.
Yeah, just looking for this one
Снимай, Цвик.
on the centre line.
Здесь тоже. Здесь
Going in behind this time and failing with that attempt, and that leaves a double attempt for Benia Felcher.
Yeah, the Swiss have the tails up now. The Russian girls know. That really was the last chance to put the Swiss under pressure.
So, chance to remove both these reds. But doesn't, so she will have to wait.
It's still okay if you're a Swiss fan. One is away. So it will go to the final stone.
Не немножко потел, у меня 85 часовенький был. 94? Я такой же, Ань, давай, я думаю, разберем лучше.
So Anna Sidorova must like two here.
85 был, у Сашки 9, да, на 8, 85.
At the end of this shot, this is her final stone of this end.
Получше! Делаем за! Саш! Делаем за!
Как линия?
Нет!
Будет садиться!
Пока сильнее вообще нельзя лезть!
Будет садиться уже!
Yeah, just trying to draw a run right in behind.
It's a bit speedy.
It should sit down though.
So Anna Sidorova has asked the question. Russia sitting 2 here.
Yeah, I think Anna and her team know that this game has gone.
That 8th end, no doubt about it, the turning point. Last stone of this 10th end of this European Championship final. This is the one for Switzerland. And they've done it. They've won the European title. Bilia Felcher with her final stone, sealing the victory. It was always looking likely, but they have won the European Championship 2014. And in the same year that they won the world title. What a year it's been. Celebrations in the Swiss camp. A really good performance with them, keeping their nerve. The Russians pushed them all the way. But the Swiss are the European champions. And what a reception they're getting from the Swiss crowd, Kenny.
Yeah, great support all week for the teams, not just the home country. But a disappointing end to Russia's week. They have been the best team, really. But Switzerland managing to get over the line. So scorecard complete. Switzerland winning 8-7.
What the heck? Hello,
Great job. Super. European champs and world champs.
Merci. Huh?
So, Kate Caithness presenting the European Championship trophy to Switzerland.
I think you should get your names on every trophy in the world.
Das ist ja unglaublich, hey, nein. Das gibt's gar nicht.
Fifth end, and Russia having to play a nice little tap. Was for 3, but only picked up 2. Eighth end. Some great play by Switzerland. Left Felcher a chance to draw for 4. This one coming down into the house, and they took a 4-shot lead into the 9th end. Russia trying to bounce back with a 3. Nose hit required. This one just over curled and slipped out of the 8-foot, and it was only 2 shots to Russia. 10th and final end. Switzerland with a chance to pick up that European gold medal. Felcher hits this one on the nose, removes one of the reds, and that was enough to secure the European title.
And a silver medal. I know it's not what you wanted. How do you feel?
Of course, we're disappointed about the silver, but I must say really big thank to my team and the coaches and all the masters which were with us all this week, and thanks also to Swiss team. So they deserve to win. They played better today, and of course they're at home, so probably even more pleasure for them to win right now. But we're still young, and I hope we have lots of years to play more. And that's probably kind of, I don't know, a sign that we can be better even than we were this week.
In the game itself, was it the 8th end that was the turning point?
Yeah, of course, yes. The key moment was the 8th end, even though I did a race double, then it was really hard to save any end at that moment. So just, yeah, they did exactly with they worked good with the stone positions, so they did exactly at the right places, and it was the right time for them. So they just used that opportunity and below the game in that end.
But what a week for your team. I mean, your players have played some great stuff this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. My team played really great this week, and I'm proud to play with these girls. And I hope we have lots of competitions and European and World and hopefully Olympic Games. So we have a lot of stuff to do before we become really great curlers. So I feel we are really close to, but there is a work to do. So we are looking forward to it.
We enjoyed the game and well played, and congratulations on the silver medal.
Thank you.
That was silver medalist Anna Sidorova. Let's hear from the gold medalist, Felcher for Switzerland.
How does she feel? How does Benia feel about being European champion?
Binja, wie fühlst du dich als Europameisterin?
Ja, es ist unglaublich, eben jetzt hier in der Schweiz daheim sogar noch Europameister werden, also im gleichen Jahr wie Weltmeister, also ja, unglaublich.
It's incredible to be a world champion in the same year as now a European champion.
How does she feel about the performance of her team in this game?
Wie bist du zufrieden mit der Teamleistung jetzt in diesem Spiel?
Ja, ich bin extrem zufrieden mit der ganzen Teamleistung. Es war ein super Finale. Es hat sehr wenig Fehler gegeben. Wir waren konzentriert und es hat super funktioniert.
The game was perfect for Binja. Not too much mistakes, little ones but not more. They played very precise and for her was perfect.
And the fourth end, the eighth end where she got the 4, did she think it was over then?
Was hast du gedacht im 8. Ende, wo es auf den 4er ist zugegangen, hast du das Gefühl gehabt, jetzt ist es gut?
Nein, überhaupt nicht. Wir wollten wirklich konzentriert bleiben und wir wissen, wie schnell das Spiel kehren kann, auf die eine oder auf die andere Seite und darum es ist er fertig nach dem letzten Stein.
After these 4 stones in the 8th end, she rest concentrated because it's only over 10 ends, after 10 ends, sorry, and she will be concentrated.
And one more question, what does it mean to her to win in front of the Swiss crowd?
Wie ist es für dich hier in der Schweizer Halle die Champéry zu gewinnen?
Ja, ich habe schon nach der WM gesagt, es kann wahrscheinlich nichts Schöneres geben als in Kanada, vor Kanada Weltmeister werden. Aber also mindestens so schön ist es, oder noch schöner ist es, um in der Schweiz vor Schweizer Publikum Europameister werden.
To be in Canada world champion is very, very nice, but to be European champion here in Switzerland is the greatest.
Well played, congratulations.
That was the European champion for 2014, Bina Felcher, and her Swiss side picking the win up over Russia. An entertaining game, but a big score of 4 in the 8th end was the turning point here in the final. So from Alison Walker, myself, Kenny Edwards, and all the team here in Champéry, thanks for listening.